I hope it's not true, but I'm only mentioning it because of the person that said it.
Okay.
So I don't know if people are familiar with Len Testa. He owns Touring Plans. He's been in the theme park space for a long time.
He knows people. He knows things.
He does know people. And again, a lot of people are going to point to the fact, well, he does mostly Disney. While that's true, a lot of former Imagineers and people that used to work at Disney now work at Universal. So theoretically, he would still have people that he would know over the years. He said on his podcast that he had been hearing that Universal was gearing up to have an opening in the early part of 2025, which is what we've talked about many times, that would make sense. But that he's hearing, and he didn't say sources, he didn't say where, but he said that he's hearing that there's a land that is behind, and that now they don't have a definite opening timeline, and that this land is like it wouldn't be ready till the fall of 2025. And then they were looking at maybe doing opening without one land available,
like in phases or something.
Yeah, and how that would work. Now, I hope that's not true. I've often theorized maybe this is like Game of Thrones, where Universal's just throwing out different things that's trying to keep Disney on their toes, sort of situation. Because the other rumor out there is about a bunch of people said they have scoops of saying Epic Universe is going to open earlier than anybody anticipates. So what's true and what's not, I don't know. Anytime you see one thing in the opposite way than another thing, it makes me think that people are purposely putting out just random info.
It's like Return of the Jedi.
Right. It's just, it's like information warfare in a theme park world. It's like, if Universal is trying to mess with Disney on some level, like maybe they do that. Because a lot of stuff is hinging on Epic Universe opening in 2025.
Yeah.
Not just Universal, but like a lot of people that are anticipating that extra traffic coming in. Disney probably is one that thinks that they're going to benefit from it as well. And not only mention hotels and other places like that. So I hope that's not true. And then looking at the construction photos, I can't see any land, at least from that perspective, that looks behind in that way.
Okay.
In terms of that timetable. I personally, hearing that information, I don't understand what you would be the thing, and you would just say this won't be ready for another year. I don't understand how you could put a definitive timeline on that. And I kind of feel like at the same time, Universal has every motivation in the world and the funding to throw money at the problem if there was a problem. Now, I'm not saying that what he's saying is wrong. Maybe there's some credence to it, but I just don't see anything to me that points out to that. And I suppose if it was true, I don't think it's out of the realm of possibility that it could open with just one land not open. I mean, again, we saw Galaxy's Edge opened in Hollywood Studios. Rise of the Resistance was not available.
Oh, yeah, it was not.
It didn't open for another 6 months.
That's right.
And given the way that Epic Universe is laid out in that hub fashion, each land has its own entrance portal. Let's say the land let's just say it was How to Train Your Dragon. You would just walk by it and it would just be not available to go through.
Right.
You could go to the other ones and then, eventually it would open up. So, I hope that's not true. I think we'll probably get an answer whether or not that's true probably sooner rather than later, because I've often theorized that, okay, if Universal is going to announce opening timeline, they would probably do it around D23 to kind of one-up Disney.
I'm looking forward to another kind of announcement.
Yeah.
Next week or the week after.
Yeah, so that would be my guess. So if we get an announcement then, I would say then this whole rumor isn't true. If we don't get one then, it's been a couple of weeks. I don't know. In the back of my head, I start thinking maybe that's true. If we don't get an announcement before the holidays, I think it's for sure got some credence, because they're going to want this out there marketing-wise and before the holidays, because a lot of people plan their trips, Thanksgiving and Christmas. So I think we'll probably get an answer on this sooner rather than later in the next few months, whether or not this rumor has legs. I hope it doesn't. I really don't. I hope I heard it on there because you pointed it out to me, and I heard that, and I was just like, don't say that.
Yeah.
Don't say that. But again,
just a rumor. It
could be an internal system. It could be a riot. The thing that it could be something you can't see if it is true. But we'll have to wait and see.
Who knows?
I think we'll find out sooner rather than later. But that is a rumor on that front. It's not something I like to report and say. But at the same time, there's other rumors that it's going to open earlier. So pick your rumor, I guess, and ride with it. But
I'm going to pick the opening at the early part of 2025. I'm going to
pick I wanted the AP previews in December. I've heard that one.
You never know.
So I would be okay with that one.
You never know.